Thank you, sir. Thank you all for being here. I want to especially thank our leadership, Metro Council, see y'all in the room, and many of who came out to the scene yesterday. Of course, our mayor and governor. Thank you all very much for your support. What we saw unfold yesterday was an extremely tragic and senseless act of violence. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims, their families, and our community as they are recovering. But what we also saw was how well equipped your Baton Rouge Police Department and all of our partners are to handle incidents on this type of scale. The collaboration was seamless and well executed. I have to thank those partners. From our Baton Rouge Police Department, the homicide detectives, major assaults, special investigations, CJIC, SWAT, the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, VCU detectives and SWAT, the Louisiana State Police, the St. George Police Department, FBI, ATF, HSI, District Attorney Moore and his investigators, the medical response from the St. George Fire Department, Baton Rouge Fire Department, and East Baton Rouge EMS and Arlay the Lake Hospital, and of course our partners at Crime Stoppers. At 1:22 yesterday afternoon, shots rang out from the food court area of the mall. A BRPD officer assigned to the mall and an East Baton Rouge Sheriff deputy were in the area and ran towards the sound of that gunfire without hesitation. They were able to quickly secure the scene, begin rendering aid and calling for assistance. The quick actions of our law enforcement and medical professionals surely helped secure the scene and save lives. Tragically, Martha Elizabeth Odom, 17-year-old female from Lafayette, lost her life in that shooting. Donnie Guillory, a 43-year-old male, is still in the hospital undergoing surgery and is in critical condition. Right now, I'm ready to announce the arrest of Markel Lee, pictured behind me. Markel is being arrested for first-degree murder, 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder, and illegal use of the weapon. Our detectives worked throughout the night drafting an arrest warrant for Lee's arrest and executing a search warrant at his known residence. Lee turned himself in to BRPD earlier today. We are now asking for the public's continued help in locating another suspect. See if I can get that up. Suspect pictured here, who we will also release in a press release, is wanted in connection to the shooting. If you recognize this individual, please contact BRPD or Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. You can remain anonymous. We have already received numerous tips since yesterday afternoon, and we continue to ask for those tips to come in. The other subjects that were reported that were detained yesterday have been released for now and are pending further investigation and more information until more arrests can be made. I want to turn it over to East Baton Rouge Sheriff Sid Gautreaux, whose team was instrumental in helping us, and I can't thank him enough. Sheriff?
Thank you, Chief. Good evening. What I want to address is in this news conference is what's already been said, but it was the overwhelming, unwavering, and immediate response by all the first responders that he's made. I want to begin by recognizing the coordinated efforts of all responding agencies, including local, state, and federal partners, as well as the leadership present here today. Incidents like this require a uniform response, and what we saw was exactly that. Agencies working together seamlessly in one shared priority, protecting lives and restoring safety. At the time of the incident, we had a community policing deputies who were working nearby. Actually, one was working in Dick's Sporting Goods, which was directly across from the food mart, and that's why us in Baton Rouge City were right there, had deputies and officers right there. Without hesitation, these officers responding, deputies responding, they immediately moved towards the scene and were among the first to arrive. We also had a deputy patrolling nearby who responded within moments and joined that initial response. And I want to say, too, and I've been told this by the ones that responded at first, from the very moment that incident took place, it wasn't just all of us being there to stop the shooting and help those that have been wounded, but there was actually patrons of that mall that was trying to administer first aid at that particular time, and there was also mall personnel as well. So shout out to them, because they saw what was needed and they jumped into action as well. In addition, deputies assigned to our Industrial Properties Crime Unit and SCAT Unit, which is our street crime unit, were in the area and responded quickly and began assisting with securing the scene and supporting operations. Deputies from the Gardner Substation and Klein Peters Substation were also in the area and responded to assist. The quick response is also a reflection of how this area is structured. While most of the mall property is within the city, the anchor stores and their parking lots fall within our jurisdiction, the Sheriff's Office. Because of that, we maintain a presence in and around that area, and our deputies were in position to respond immediately. They did not wait for to be called. They heard, and they moved towards the danger. Within seconds, our personnel were on the ground, entering the area, rendering aid to the victims and assisting with evacuations. They didn't wait for direction. They saw and heard a threat, and they acted. That's what first responders do, and that's exactly what this community saw yesterday. Our deputies arrived. They encountered civilians and male employees, which I already said, who are already rendering aid and assistance. We are grateful. Once again, I'll reiterate it. We were grateful for the courage and willingness to step up to help in a critical moment. As additional units arrived, East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office deputies helped establish a perimeter and began coordinating efforts to secure the scene and protect the public. Our response included a wide range of divisions working together in real time. That included SWAT, air support, including our helicopter, and I will say that between us and the state police, we had constant aircraft up in the air to help secure the area and see what was going on in and around the mall. We also had our drones. We had several drones in the area at that time as well. SCAT, gang intelligence and enforcement, homicide, crime scene, uniform patrol, community policing, and multiple detective divisions, including property crimes, financial crimes, and others. While much of what the public sees is that immediate response, I also want to emphasize the work that has taken place behind the scenes. Our gang intelligence and our enforcement division has been actively developing information related to this case, including gathering intelligence, assisting with surveillance efforts, and supporting ongoing investigative work. We're doing that with BRPD. Our personnel have remained fully engaged in this investigation, including assisting with the execution of search warrants and operational efforts led to in this case. What I can say is that this has been a coordinated, thorough, and ongoing effort involving multiple agencies working side by side, and you're going to see that continue to this crime is solved. Our deputies were there in seconds, and they stayed engaged every step of the way, and I'm extremely proud of the men and women in the Sheriff's Office and Baton Rouge City and everyone else that was there, because they all worked together as a team, and I can't emphasize that enough. I'm proud of those who already were there and took immediate action. I'm equally proud of those who responded, supported, and had continued to work this case around the clock. Their professionalism, urgency, and commitment to this community were evident from the very first moments of this incident. I also want to thank all of the partner agencies who responded and worked alongside us. This was not one agency's response. This was a unified effort, And that is exactly how public safety should operate and will operate in this parish. When we work together, we're stronger and better and safer, and we become equipped to protect the people that we serve. Most importantly, our thoughts remain with the victims and their families and everyone impacted by this incident. Events like this affect an entire community, and we remain committed to doing everything we can to support those affected and ensure accountability. Our priority remains the safety of this community and the protection of those we serve. Thank you.